We're officially done with the season here at Florida State, so let's take a look at the final stats. We'll ignore the team sheet. We already looked at that in the last one. No need to look at it here. Everything is done. So you can see with the bowl win, we break a 2 game losing streak. We get the win. So we'll take those extra points. In the ACC, I think from the tiebreakers perspective, we finished fifth or sixth. I'm not sure. I don't know how to tiebreak. I wasn't paying attention to the tiebreakers. I'll just be honest with you. That's where we get slotted. We play where we play. But altogether, 6-2 in conference play. Losses to Clemson on the road by 7, and then Georgia Tech at home by 1. So conference play has some really stressful games. SMU, I'm looking at you. North Carolina as well. Defense completely just ripped apart in that one. And then Miami getting down early and having to fight our way back. Fun time in conference play. Got to play some coaches that I played before. So recap or repeat of fun games. That would be Pat. That would be Mike. I don't think I played Dealer before. I feel like I have, but it was a really, really long time ago. Got to play some new coaches that I haven't played before. Rock, Rope. Still don't know how to officially pronounce his name. UF, first time playing him. Narcan, first time playing him. El Jefe, first time playing him as well. The Mafia experience, the Genty experience. Got to face 2 of the most, I don't even want to say annoying, but just playing against them is an experience. So I got to play them twice. Got to play 2 games against elite running backs. I'll make it 3 now that I think about it. Hampton as well. Hampton had some nice runs against me too. You want to talk about trying to stop the run? We had it rough this season, but altogether 9-4 season. I will gladly take it. Looking at the team stats, there are some other games to get played, so this will change some, but I'm not going to wait. We'll just do this now. In terms of total points, we finished 30th in the league. We scored over 400. I'll take that. Over 225 first downs, a little bit higher there. You would like to see total points higher than first downs, but take it. Offense 21st, 69th in rushing, 12th in passing. I do not like being that high. That means we probably couldn't run the ball well. It is what it is. 55% usually is the benchmark. Anything higher, I'm happy with. So we finished 55.5. We finished 19th in third down conversion. Fourth downs, more middle of the pack at 5 and 9. That's okay. And then the 2 pointers, 1 for 2. Red zone, turnovers, 23. You don't want to turn over the ball that much. That's almost 2 a game. But, it is what it is. Especially when we got behind. Some games we had to pass the ball, and it was definitely a struggle. Returns, huge. Holmes, big impact in special teams or on special teams. And then the pass run rate, 54 to 45. I'd like that to be at least 52-48, but we had to pass the ball a bit more. Running the ball, especially early in the season, was a little bit of a struggle. We were still trying to find our way and figure out what to do with this offensive line. We had some solid games in the second half of the season, but early on, we're just trying to figure out what worked, so we had to pass at a higher rate. Defensively, total points, we allow 355, first downs 227, so we allow more first downs. I don't mind that as long as it's not resulting in more points, so I'm good with that. Allowed far more yards than we had on offense, 4,300. Running, struggled. Passing, we had our struggles there too, but I think the run is really the thing that the sore spot for us. You see, we're down in the bottom quarter of the league in that. Really tough for us to stop the run. Third down, you would think this number would be higher because third and short probably or something we saw a lot. I'm just guessing they probably had second and short and pick up the first down running. So less than half. The benchmark 45%. We're a little bit better than that. I'll take it. Fourth downs, not as good. So you'd like to see improvement there next year. Red zone, too many touchdowns. Only 3 field goals in the red zone, 21 touchdowns. Again, this is probably because we couldn't stop the run. So teams were able to get inside the 20 and in short yardage situations, dominate in the trenches and pick up yardage and get in the end zone. Turnovers, we forced more than we gave up, but +3 is kind of, in the grand scheme of things, being +3, but being 9-4 is probably not something you want to see. That's more of an anomaly. That means either we were even and we just had to find ways to win in the fourth quarter, which probably what happened, or we just were able to get off the field. That number says maybe that's the case. Return yardage, not as damning for us. We did give up a punt return, but outside of that, special teams defense was pretty solid and more balanced here, 50-50. And then a final look at the player stats. DJ, those for 3,500, 25 TDs, 21 interceptions. Lawrence running for 829, gets 374. They combined for 1,200 yards. I'll take that. 11 touchdowns between the two of them, 2 fumbles. Unfortunately, we lost both of them. Don't like to see that, but it is what it is. Just glad we didn't fumble the ball a lot this season. I believe we had 4 fumbles as an offense. We lost 3. So it's a really good thing we didn't fumble the ball more than we did. Benson leading the way on or in the receiving game, the most receptions, the most yards. He broke 1,000. He had 11 touchdowns. Douglas, a lot of yak yards. He did his work more in the intermediate. Benson had short yardage plays with his big body, but he had some plays deep as well. Offensive line, work in progress, we'll say. A lot of struggles, especially early in the season. They played a little bit better, but then you could tell against Florida and Notre Dame, the defensive pressure, we were just overmatched in the trenches. So hopefully something that'll look a little different with next year's game, whether I'm FSU or someone else. Defensively, Conrad, 74 tackles, big bowl game. Doesn't count, but 15 tackles there and 14 fumbles. So solid season for him. Captain of our defense, in my estimation. No offense to Peyton. He had to do a lot of work. 7 interceptions, a lot of assisted tackles trying to help tackle running backs, and he recovered 2 fumbles, did score a touchdown. Murphy, 69 tackles. Peyton, I would say Conrad's the captain, but Peyton probably is the MVP. 14.5 sacks. I mean, he had more sacks than the rest of the team combined. That's kind of depressing. Or really, really good. 14.5 sacks is a lot. It's over a sack a game. I'll take that. And then some passes deflected. You see Conrad leads the team in that. We had a lot of deflections. I always talk about the ratio of interceptions to passes deflected. So you see 11, 14, 16, 18, 21 interceptions, and then deflections. $31. So you'd like to see some of these turn into interceptions. Some of them were dropped. We had some issues with dropped interceptions early in the season. The second half, we didn't have to worry about it as much because either we weren't around the ball or we picked it off when we were. So kind of a difference there. We had a lot more interceptions in the first half, I believe, but we had a lot more drops and passes deflected. So towards the second half of the season, we were able to capitalize on interception opportunities. Fitzgerald, 12 and 13. He did miss a kick in the bowl game. And then Holmes, of course, 4 scores, special teams, leading the way for us. So that will do it for FSU. Probably look at one more NDL video. We did play 4 seasons. All of them are complete. So kind of look at a big picture look at what the game cycle looked like for me in terms of the teams, the wins, what it looks like for my career stats.